Chapter 5 of Exodus, movement of Jew people. So Moses and Aaron popped in on the Pharaoh. Our God, the Lord, says, "Let my people go slaughter goats in the wilderness a few days." Fuck that! You think you're in a fucking resort or what? You're fucking slaves. Verse 2. Who is the Lord that I should heed him and let Israel go? I do not know the Lord, nor will I let Israel go. End quote. We gotta make sacrifices, or he will attack with pestilence or sword, or both. Moses, Aaron, get back to making bricks. The Israelites are our workforce. They outnumber us. Who the fuck will build and run our cities if you are all out chopping off each other's foreskins and cutting up goats? The Pharaoh was so pissed at their outrageous requests that he told the taskmasters and foremen that the fucking lazy Hebrews can gather their own straw for bricks. Get the shirkers to work so they ain't got time for stupid God stories and fantasies about freedom. Finding straw fast enough was craziness. The days run into the next eventually, and you still ain't got all the goddamn bricks baked. So there were many beatings, general unrest. Things were worse, and everyone was crying and complaining. The foreman was super pissed at Moses and Aaron. Their demands on the Pharaoh had backfired and made their slavery worse. So Moses went and complained to the warlord. Verse 22. Then Moses returned to the Lord and said, "O Lord, why did you bring harm upon this people? Why did you send me? Ever since I came to Pharaoh to speak in your name, he has dealt worse with this people, and still you have not delivered your people." We could take this to the present and ask the same question. Why are we still slaves? Most everyone in very horrible conditions to the point of starvation and filthy drinking water, by the way. War will not save us, however. The end of wars with their hate religions and the end of waiting for salvation might. Now that's getting a little bit to the present day pretty fast. We are convinced that all the wars and the torah are justified. That when David was murdering Saul and his family and stuck all the grandchildren on stakes, it's for the sun god, the grain god, sorry, and murdered tens of thousands of people, that he was doing it in the name of God, so it was okay. And when Moses murders all the Egyptians and all the Perizzites and Canaanites, that he was doing it in God's name, so it's okay. And it's insanity. God is just an excuse for not taking responsibility for what you're doing. And when it comes down to it, people are murdering people because they can plunder. They can take children and rape them. Or even the women and rape them sometimes. Or usually it's just the children they rape. And they take them and make them slaves. Sex slaves. And this is of course very attractive for wild, crazy primates. The idea of having wonderful wealth, slavery, so you don't have to do anything except go for the next war. I mean, check the reality of this bloody book, for Christ's sake.